CompTIA's A+ 220-1101 Practice Exam Questions and Answers Part 5. Let's get into it. Question 41 of 90. As an IT technician, you are responsible for maintaining your company's laser printers. Recently, you read that laser printers have a cleaning phase. Another IT technician explains that you do not need to clean a laser printer because of this phase. However, you do not agree. What actually occurs during this phase? Is the answer A, the transfer corona applies a positive charge to the paper? Is the answer B, the laser writes an image on the imaging drum? Is the answer C, the discharge lamp neutralizes the imaging drum? Or is the answer D, the primary corona wire applies a uniform charge on the imaging drum? The answer is C, the discharge lamp neutralizes the imaging drum. Question 42 of 90. You have several different RAM modules that you can use in a new computer. You need to ensure that the fastest memory is used. Which speed denotes the fastest memory? Is the answer A, 8 nanoseconds? Is the answer B, 10 nanoseconds? Is the answer C, 60 nanoseconds? Or is the answer D, 7 nanoseconds? The answer is D, 7 nanoseconds. Question 43 of 90. You are explaining to a new group of IT technicians the workings of a magnetic hard drive. As part of this discussion, you must cover the different parts. Which term is used to identify the concentric circles on a hard disk platter? Is the answer A, cylinder? Is the answer B, sector? Is the answer C, track? Or is the answer D, cluster? The answer is C, track. Question 44 of 90. The network administrator has changed the IP address on several servers on the network. Now a username Jim is unable to connect to the file share on those servers using the computer name. You will need to run the appropriate commands on Jim's computer to resolve the problem. Select the appropriate commands from the left and place them in the appropriate order on the right. Only select commands that are necessary for the scenario. The scenario may include one or more commands. Order is important. Okay, for this question, I'm just going to give you all the commands that you will put in the command prompt and the purpose that it serves. The first command is ipconfig/all, and this command displays all the TCP/IP configuration for the computers. The next command is ipconfig/DNS, and this command registers the computer's DNS hostname with the DNS server. The next command is ipconfig/display DNS, and this command displays the contents of the computer's DNS cache. The next command is ipconfig/flush DNS, and this command empties the DNS cache. The next command is ipconfig/renew, and this renews the client's DHCP lease. If you were to use ipconfig/renew6, it would obtain a new 1pv6 address. The next command is ipconfig/release, and this releases the client's DHCP lease. If you were to use the command ipconfig/release6, it would release the 1pv6 address. The next command is ipconfig/show class ID, and this displays the DHCP class ID assigned to the client computer. The last command is ipconfig/set class ID. This command configures the DHCP class ID for the client computer. Question 45 of 90. You are responsible for managing your research department's network. This network uses RG6 coaxial cabling. Which of the following statement is true regarding this network? Is the answer A, its signal quality is not as good as that of RG59 coaxial cable? Is the answer B, It is thicker than RG59 coaxial cable. Is the answer C? It should be used in situations that require lower frequencies than 50 megahertz. Or is the answer D? It does not have a foil shield. The answer is B. It is thicker than RG59 coaxial cable. Question 46 of 90. A network contains 150 client computers that all receive their IP configurations from a DHCP server. The network is divided into two subnets. The network administrator decides to move a client computer from one subnet to another. After moving the client, the computer is having trouble communicating on the network. You suspect that the client computer is using an IP address from the old subnet. You need to run the appropriate command to ensure that the client computer receives the new IP address. Select the appropriate commands from the left and place them on the appropriate order on the right. Only select commands that are necessary for the scenario. The scenario may include one or more commands. Order is important. The answer for this one is, for this scenario, you need to release and renew the DHCP lease for the client computer. You do this by running the following commands. The first one will be you run ipconfig/release, and then you run ipconfig/renew. Question 47 of 90. A user contacts you regarding a problem with his laptop's keyboard. Several keys have stopped functioning. This problem occurs in multiple applications, even after rebooting the computer. What should you have the user do first? Is the answer A, clean the keyboard? Is the answer B, replace the internal keyboard? Is the answer C, plug in an external keyboard? Or is the answer D, enable the keyboard in the BIOS? The answer is C, plug in an external keyboard. Question 48 of 90. George, a user, is having trouble connecting to network resources, including shared folders on the local network and internet resources. Yesterday, he was able to connect with no problems. You need to ensure that he can connect to these resources. Which tool should you use first? Is the answer A, ipconfig? Is the answer B, my network places? Is the answer C, control panel? Or is the answer D, device manager? The answer is A, ipconfig. Question 49 of 90. You are providing consulting services for a client who plans to purchase a large number of printers that can print multi-part forms. Which printer type should you advise them to? Is the answer A, thermal? Is the answer B, inkjet? Is the answer C, dot matrix? Or is the answer D, laser? The answer is C, dot matrix. Question 50 of 90. You have contracted with a cloud service provider prior to migrating your online shopping company to a cloud deployment. You have opted for an IaaS model. When you test the system post-migration, what should you use to verify that the services provided to you by the cloud company are in line with the expectation and baseline performance? Is the answer A, documentation? Is the answer B, BCP? Is the answer C, SLA? Or is the answer D, DRP? The answer is C, SLA, and that stands for Service Level Agreement. All right, this is the end of part 5. If this video helped you, please hit that like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss another upload. Part 6 is coming soon. You all have a great day.